Hello.
How's it going?
Welcome to Monday. We're missing one
Yeah.
for the moment. He'll be here soon, he said. It's always that first couple minutes that are hard to make, I guess. Jimmy made it back from Alabama
Right?
to be here on time. I don't know, Ed.
Yeah. 5 states, man.
5 states. That's right. He went through 5 states,
Crazy, isn't it?
made it on time. Ned can't get dinner sorted. That's okay.
And
He'll
even
be.
ate dinner. What's
That's
going
right.
on here?
What'd you have?
Pepperoni rolls.
Oh,
So
gas station pepperoni rolls. Nice.
no, Jen makes them.
Oh, we like
Yeah.
pepperoni rolls.
Have you ever had pepperoni roll?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a commonly sold thing. Like hoagies get sold for fundraisers out here, and pepperoni rolls, sausage,
Okay.
pepperoni, and some other stuff. But some of them are really good. Some of them are terrible.
Yeah.
So we've had gas station ones that are awful. And we've had yeah, all kinds.
Oh yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, we've had those too, and it's like, oh no, that's
No,
nasty.
no, they don't need that. But yeah, we've bought them off of like like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and stuff, and they've been really good. So I don't know. So well, see, Rosie wants to know what's a pepperoni roll. It's exactly what you think it is, Rosie.
It's a roll with cheese, with mozzarella cheese or provolone cheese, whatever you want
Yeah,
in it, with
I've seen it.
pepperoni in the center of it,
Yeah,
baked.
I've,
It's a
I think it's
easy.
more of a pizza crust though, right? It's not just regular bread, or is it?
Yeah, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
Like we use the croissant rolls, so it makes it
yeah,
easier.
that would work. Yeah, they're really good. But yeah, I've seen it done with pizza crust where someone just rolls pepperoni and cheese into a pizza crust and then bakes it, kind
Yeah.
of like a rolled calzone sort of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, they're good. They're really good. You can do it with like pepper jack too. I've seen it done
Hmm.
that way. So yeah. So hi Rosie. Hi Sarah. I think you know this lady too. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's up, Jen? Pepperoni rolls are life. Like a calzone, kind of, but not.
Kind of.
I feel like calzones are got more options as far as toppings go. So, you know, no, it's bread. Jen makes them. I use
There you go.
rolls because I don't have time to make actual bread dough. So there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just cheese, pepperoni rolled into a crescent roll and butter the top of it and break it and bake it. Woo! It's Monday. Let's wake up. So yeah, no, good stuff. You should try it, Rosie. They're quite good. Or come to Pittsburgh and we'll find a few for you. So they're
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's common in West Virginia too. So that's
Yeah, yeah. The Strip District out here, there's a couple places that make some pretty incredible ones, and they're really good. Oh, there, leave the sound on. So, hi, Mark.
yeah.
Thanks for stopping in. You missed
Hey, Mark.
Mark. You would have sold out of postcards last night. I was on a roll.
He was. Yes, he was.
I was on a roll.
Like I said, I was out to dinner with the two guys I went down to Talladega with, so
Yeah,
I was watching.
yeah. So, Rosie says, I'm definitely coming to Pittsburgh. I need your bins. Well, let us know when you come. Just don't come June 12th through the 15th. We won't be here. We'll be in Jersey. We'll be closer to you. Watching the Granberries this week, so I'm only popping in for a sec to say hi. Have a great week. Thanks, Kristen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy the time with your grandkids. Have you guys seen the Poshmark seller survey? No. I don't know how I'd react to that if I got it. Do they email it to you
Yeah.
or something? Because I don't know how. I don't know how well that would go for me right now. Because it's okay. It's not great though. So I don't know. We got approved for that flip thing that everybody's been talking about. That's free. That basically gives you Posher
Oh,
VA and a cross listing app, and we haven't actually
okay.
done it yet. So hey, there's Ed. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
Ed.
hey, Jimmy.
What'd you get for dinner?
Hey.
Taco Bell, and guess what?
They don't have the Mexican pizza yet.
I did not check actually. They messed up. They messed up the order again. I ordered Supreme. They gave me regular.
Oh, you know what though? It's better that way than the other way around.
Yes.
Because if you order, because I don't like the Supreme tacos, and if you get the Supreme and they give you or if you get regular and they get Supreme with too much sour cream.
It's because you guys were talking about it yesterday, so it made me want to crave it.
There you go. My bad. So, we're talking about pepperoni rolls right now, or you can add other toppings. I put chili in mine sometimes when they're done, or Olivero sweet pepper sauce. Oh my god, I don't even know what that is. Olivero pepper sauce. You have to go to West Virginia. It must be a West Virginia thing.
Next time, yeah, it is. It's a sweet pepper sauce. That's pretty good.
Got an email and a banner ad in the news section. Oh, okay, so maybe we did get the survey. So, Poshmark seller survey is what we were talking about.
God, yeah, I was just seeing the picture of that right now. I wouldn't even bother taking it.
I don't know if it'd be very positive if I did it. So,
I did a survey they had a while back and nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been so hit or miss with us that, I mean, like, we've had good weekends and we've had a good day here and there, but it hasn't been consistent like it used to be. So,
Poshmark has actually been the most busy for me. eBay has been dead.
Really, eBay's been pretty good to us thus far this week. So, well, I guess technically our week's coming to a close because if you go by pay period, we ended about 5 hours ago. So, Mark had a lot to pack this morning. I had a procedure this morning. It was kind of a busy, but thinking Adam must be on fire with card selling. Hope you're all right, Mark.
Yeah.
So, just finished. It asked a bunch of questions about seller assistants you use. Oh.
They know. You know they know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they know.
9 Eastern time, Ed.
Well, I wanted to talk about that actually.
Uh-oh.
Me too.
It's not
5 states.
It's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's not much of a rant though. But to those who work an 8 to 5 job and can go to the post office on time and still drop off your packages, I salute you. Because I don't know. I mean, most of you guys know my schedule actually starts at 4 in the morning all the way to 1, so I have a lot of time to do everything. But recently, my job had to change my schedule for I think just for a week. Hopefully, I hope, and I had to be working 8 to 5, and that has been hard.
Can you give it? Does a mailman come to your job every day?
They do, but since we're actually just moving locations, it's kind of impossible to do that anyways.
Okay. I was going to say, because you could just give them to him.
But thankfully, my post office, they actually have like an hour after operating hours, so I could just drop it off there, and thankfully I could scan my kiosk because I already got one ding, unfortunately, for late shipment because it started on Friday and I did not calculate it. I was mad. But yeah, to those who work 8 to 5 and can still make it work, I salute you guys. I have no idea how you guys do it.
I just schedule them to be picked up.
Yeah, that's what I do too. No, go figure. Taco Bell's notorious for screwing up orders. Very true. I've gotten shorted things before. So
every time.
Thinking about selling Fart Sack Jack jar of farts. Thoughts? Go for it. I mean, I'm not buying one, but if you make money out of it, I'm in. Yeah.
Just don't go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe July, Rosie, coming to Pittsburgh. That'd be interesting. That'll be fun. Good time to be here too. Rain's a little less and it's warm. So thanks, Tortoise. Yep. Just jumping in to like the video. Rock on, power up, have an epic night. Love on the 5. Thank you. In a box is here. Howdy. What's happening? Swamp Picker here. Hey y'all.
Hey.
Jen says, you haven't heard of them, Adam. I'll have to order you some and send them to you. I figured you guys knew what they were. No, we haven't heard of them. So, I mean, it might. I don't know. Is it spicy? Because if it's spicy, well, no, you guys don't do spicy, so it's definitely not spicy, huh? So.
By the way, Adam, has Sarah gotten the hot Cheetos and lime yet?
No, we forgot about it last night. I was thrown for quite the. So. Ed, you'll know this. Jimmy might, but that you'd only know it from the West Coast. So, yeah, Jack in the Box has tacos, or they used to, 2 for $1 tacos, and they were deep fried taco. We've talked about them before. Sheetz used to have something very similar, like super close to it. And Sheetz is like a gas station. It's kind of like Buc-ee's, where it's like all in one. They have food, made to order food, and all kinds of stuff. But their food's crap, like just garbage. And they used to have these tacos, and they used to be really good. And I got there, and I was like, I don't have the tacos anymore. And I asked the employee, and I'm like, hey, you got maybe they moved them in categories or whatever. And he's like, no, we got rid of them. Thank God, because they were such a pain in the butt. And I'm like, but they did have deep fried Oreos, so I guess that made up for it. But the food was awful, as usual. So, just terrible. Like, I asked for salsa for my quesadilla. I got little packets of picante sauce. Like, it was just garbage. They somehow or another they toasted the top of the quesadilla and not the bottom. I don't know how to do that, but they did. So, yeah, just bad, all bad. But no, didn't get them. We were going to go get them today, but Sarah ran out of lemons, so she had to go to the store to get lemons. They were out of lemons.
Wow.
Yeah, Aldi's out of lemons.
That's weird. Ours was stocked up.
Yeah, no, ours is empty. No coffee creamer. Powdered, no. Liquid, no. Yeah, I'm like, great. This is going well. Same for eBay. Me on eBay just broke 5K for my 90 days. Have been stuck around 4K for months. So yeah,
Nice.
People actually go to the post office. Apparently, a lot of people around here do because we wait. We wait in line for quite a while. Spider's here. What software do y'all use to keep things straight for Taxman? Have any of you done a video on bookkeeping?
No,
and I don't think anybody's going to do a video on bookkeeping that isn't an accountant. And even still, I don't think accountants would do it. It's tough. We use QuickBooks Self-Employed is what we use, and that kind of keeps our mileage, our expenses, and stuff like that. And then we use TurboTax because Quicken owns TurboTax and QuickBooks, so that's what we use, and it's pretty easy because you have an app on your phone. When you take a trip, it's like, hey, was this business or personal? You just select business or personal, and it files it away. So that's what we use. Yeah. But
I use GoDaddy bookkeeping, and then I use Stride for mileage.
Yeah.
But the only mistake I did this year for my taxes is that it still ended up being decent for me, but I forgot to actually put the expenses for the other marketplaces because I forgot GoDaddy only tracks eBay expenses, their fees, and I forgot to put my Poshmark fees, my Mercari fees, and my my Facebook fees.
Oh.
But if I would have done that though, it would have put me into the negative for this year again, and then I would have got it audited again because it would have been my third year of showing negative and no profit.
Oh. Whoops.
So it's all good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you used GoDaddy also, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So,
and then I just have a mile tracker on my phone. So.
Yeah. The only reason I started using QuickBooks is because I use it for my other business to accept credit cards, and it seems to work pretty well. So that's what we use, Spider. I hope that helps you. It's hard to get tax advice on YouTube because not a lot of people are going to put themselves out there and say, "Hey, you should do this or you should do that," because I know anytime any of us talk about taxes, the first thing we say is, we're not accountants, so you can't take our word for it. Right. But I hope that helps you. So
the only one who actually goes out and say it is who is it? The flipping accountant?
Yeah, but he's an accountant.
Yeah. But or I forgot who the other one was, but he's actually a reseller and an accountant. So he's the only one who actually goes on camera and gives you that advice. So if you want like actual advice for accounting, then you probably want to speak to him or watch his videos. From us, don't bother from us.
As much as we'd love you to stick around and talk to us tonight, the flipping accountant would probably be my recommendation too for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I still don't know how many facts you're going to get out of them. So I'm not buying farts in a jar of fart sack. Sorry. No. Oliveros, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Is big here in north central West Virginia. Huh.
Yeah, it's a West Virginia thing.
Yeah, they give you the sheets, honey. They have spicy ones that make all kinds of peppers and even spaghetti sauce, but I only like sweet peppers and sauce. Spaghetti sauce is pretty awesome too. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot if I ever see it. Oh, she still has lemons, but she's getting low, so that's why. So, she was really mad when she left Aldi's. They actually had one bag of lemons, but it was all rotten. Great.
Ugh.
Ugh.
When is restock day for you guys?
At Aldi's?
Generally every day, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't. I don't even know. I didn't even know there was a restock day.
For me at least, I know it's every for me it's every Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know. We don't go there very frequently, to be honest with you. It just opened, and Sarah doesn't like some of the generic stuff there, so we don't go very frequently. So, yeah. Who's Tax Man? When is his show on? Yeah, should check it out. Mark says I use eBay Easy Auctions Tracker for my eBay and GoDaddy for Etsy XL for all other incomes. Yep. There you go. So, hi Nita. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi Nita.
Oliveros.
Oliveros.
I don't know. Close enough.
Olives?
Olives. They said every day. So I guess they're back to every day. I don't know. It's a common.
At least ours restocks every day.
So that means that between yesterday and today, somebody bought every bit of coffee creamer Aldi's had. That's interesting.
I'm not surprised though.
Why? With this coffee creamer?
I don't know.
It's just, I mean, just so random that nobody has any coffee creamer. Maybe there's a shortage. I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't know.
So,
But who knows?
All right, guys. I got something for you. Actually,
you got a topic? Good, because I don't. I have one for later, but it's just purely self promotion.
So right now, I actually got a message from a good old five feedback buyer. They're saying that an item that I shipped out, I think on Monday, I believe. No, on Friday. That and they live here in California, by the way. So it was just happened today. They're saying that they did not receive the package. I searched the tracking and it says return to sender. Like it said, it arrived at their facility at their local post office, and then straight return to sender. So the only thing I could think of, I mean, I don't know, you guys might have more experience than me on this. Does that mean that he refused the package or something wrong with their address? Because this guy I told was like, yeah, because I asked him, I was like, your address is correct on file, right? You didn't even say nothing. I said, well, yeah, okay, thanks. I'm like,
is it for whatnot?
For eBay.
Oh, eBay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
It'll say on the package when it comes back to you what the problem was. It'll say unable to forward, or address doesn't exist, or buyer refused.
Or refused, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But what I would tell him to do is simple. Is just open up an item not received case and let eBay handle it from here on out. Because what's inevitably going to happen is you're going to get it back, and then he's either going to want to. I mean, at that point, you'd have to refund him, and then he'd have to rebuy it. Is what I would do. Okay. But because it's not, I mean, you're not going to lose anything because he's just going to. If he opens up the item not received case, they'll just refund him everything, and then I think they'll leave you alone, or they'll take the shipping away, I think, or something. I don't know. They do something. So I just tell him to open an item not received case and let eBay handle it. And if he's scamming you or something like that, it's not gonna. They're gonna figure it out. So
that's I'll do that. Yeah, because the bad vocabulary and the fact that's a 5 feedback person, those are always red flags for me.
Yeah, but if it's returned to sender, there's really nothing they can do. They would have had to somehow switch the package to get back to you. So it's unlikely anything shady happened. It's more likely that either they didn't pay their post office box. Was it a PO box or was it a?
No, it was an actual address.
Oh.
That's weird. So that's. I mean, granted, it wasn't. I think it was in Fullerton, so it is like really near me.
I've seen it happen where like the mailman wasn't able to deliver for one reason or the other. Maybe they were having construction or something like that. I've seen that happen. I've seen like somebody got their mailbox knocked over and the the mailman was just being lazy and was like, "Yep, send it back." So, I mean,
and that's what I told. That's what I told him too. That just give it about a day or two. It might even show up the next day because maybe they just, like you said, lazy mailman that they just didn't want to deliver it.
yeah, it could happen. I would just tell them to open an item not received case and let eBay handle it at this point, because really all you need to do is upload tracking information and say this is what it says, and eBay will handle it. So, yeah. They suck, and they sell fake Squishmallows. Aldi's, they do. Oliverios. That better? That's much better. Yeah, much better. So,
No.
I got it now. I definitely got it now. So, but there was we had one. I talked a little bit about it yesterday with the guy that was like, he needs his Funko Pop immediately, and he sent us a message. He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "What?" Like, it's such a strange message. Like, what's wrong? Could you be a little more specific? My back hurts a little today. I got a cramp in my leg.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about your package. That's weird because you didn't ask originally. But yeah.
By the way, that cramp looked painful.
Oh, it was, dude. Oh my god. It was right at the right below like back of the leg on the back of the thigh, and I'm just sitting here, and all of a sudden it was like wham, and I'm like, oh, good lord. Well, I guess it's just
I know that feeling, especially when I'm stretching either here on my desk or and when I'm laying down, and you just get that nice stretch, and all of a sudden, boom! It feels like that right there.
Oh god, it was awful. Sarah thought me and Shay were going to be part of an exclusive club. Whenever it happened, she's like, "I thought for sure you were falling," and I'm like, "No, I wasn't." So, yeah, it was painful. It's the first time that's ever happened to me on live. At least I got the camera off in enough time to be able to make any more faces, because trust me, I was gonna start swearing.
Not again.
Oh, it's gone. Apparently you had a nasty Charlie horse as well, Jimmy.
I did, yeah. It wakes you up.
Oh,
my whole
hate
calf
those.
is
I hate those.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Saturday morning, I'm limping around trying to get my bag packed, and I was like, "Oh, this is not good, man," because I'm going to a big racetrack. This ain't no small racetrack, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "This sucked."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh." But...
I hate this. The ones that wake you up out of a dead sleep, and you're just like, ah!
And your toes are all like,
yeah. And all you got to do is get to where it's stretched, like just enough stretch to get it gone, and you're laying down, and you're like, no.
I know, it was like,
had it
I don't
happen.
know the time it happened. You can't scream because you're gonna wake up the whole house. Like,
That's
oh,
right.
gosh.
That's right. My dog always thinks that he did something wrong because I'm like, get up. So,
but that's the other problem. I didn't want to get the choir going. I was like, no way.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You guys are all messed up. Yeah, we're all jacked up. See what reselling does do? His cash was bunched up and rock hard. Oh, that does not sound good.
All I can say is that this week has just not been my week. It's just been really bad. Just regular job wise, reselling side.
It's only Monday.
Even whatnot.
It's only Monday.
Oh, and I actually have to change the day because I forgot I have my shoe whatnot auction for tomorrow, and I don't even have it ready yet.
Oh,
so I actually have to change it because getting a bunch of likes, people are asking me questions like, I don't know, I don't have it ready yet.
Well, hey, that's good. We never get questions ahead of time, so I don't know about you, Jimmy, but I don't.
The only one I had was that Dell Senior shirt I auctioned off. People were asking me if I would pull it, and I'm like, no, I'll let it go. And actually, it did pretty well.
It did do good. I saw it.
What was weird was it sold for more than what it would on eBay, and that's what I told Jen. I was like, that was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
I just got your hat right now too, Jimmy. How'd that auction go, by the way? I had to leave early. Yeah, you just got it.
Oh, the hat one?
Yeah.
It was okay. Like I said, it was a lot of... I probably had $28 in all those hats, so it was good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, maybe if I would have pushed it to the weekend, it may have did better. I don't know.
Maybe.
See, we'll be able to
I
use
was
Adam
happy.
as an experiment.
Yeah.
With what? The t-shirts? Oh, it was already better. I mean,
Wait, you had it already?
last Friday. Yeah.
Yeah,
I missed
he
your
went
option?
after me.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Thanks a lot.
Oh, jeez.
It's all right.
I
You
don't-
don't want that one. You
Well,
didn't want. This is the one. And I was gonna. I was actually gonna talk about that a little later, but I'll talk about it now and maybe again later. Yeah, if you're gonna catch one of our T-shirt auctions, the next two would be the one to catch because there's some good stuff, really good stuff in it. Because what we did was we purged a lot of the stuff that was on eBay. And we just started taking it down because we would like to get the cash, and cash out everything before garage sale season. So we're like, you know what? Let's just pull a bunch of t-shirts off of eBay and throw them up on Whatnot. So we've got like Vintage Mountain, we've got some Liquid Blue stuff, like we've got all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you're gonna catch one this Friday, the one to catch for sure, because it's got some good stuff in it. So
yeah, I'm actually. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you guys. Do you guys really think it makes a difference if you do a live on the vintage and thrift versus the streetwear?
I don't know.
Because I know that vintage or thrift does show up on the homepage a lot more often than streetwear does. But every time I scroll the streetwear, there's only like 6 listings. Mine's is at the very bottom, and it does seem to be getting some saves. But I mean, it's essentially the same thing.
I don't know what streetwear is.
I'm not for sure.
Well,
I mean,
see, the only reason I'm putting it there is because the guys, they were very specific on onboarding. Don't sell outside your approved categories or else you'll get banned.
Really?
Yeah, he was, I don't know if it's something new, but they're saying that if you want to sell anything else, you have to get permission or else you risk your account getting banned.
That's not true. I was like, I did action figures, like what I was approved for, and I've been doing shirts ever
But
since.
they didn't tell you that.
No.
Yeah.
That's true.
They told me that, and I don't know if it's because it was the sneaker and streetwear, so I don't know if it was different how it is for the toys.
So, like the last auction we did, the one on Friday, and I don't know if this is a common thing anymore or not, but like we had like, I don't know, I think going into that auction, we had like 15 or 20 saves. And that was, and it, normally we're around like 30, 31. And it may be because I got like the video out a little late and stuff, like, because I think I got the video up like Wednesday or something, maybe Thursday. Yeah. Like it wasn't up long, but then I noticed, I looked at a couple of Jimmy's and a couple other people's auctions coming up, and they didn't have that many saves either. So, but we got more people. We got the same, like our core group that always is the, that comes, and then we've got more people. And I felt like things were going a lot better price. And I'm not saying that we ran junk, but the pile of shirts we had, they weren't wonderful. Like they were cool shirts, but they weren't our greatest stuff. They were kind of our leftovers or the stuff that we thrifted right before the wedding and stuff like that. So there wasn't great stuff. Like it was a bunch of modern stuff. And the sizes weren't wonderful. Like we had a lot of extra large and mediums. So I don't know. I mean, I think but I feel like it did really well for what it was. Like I was not expecting to get what we got. So we'll find out on Friday, because this coming auction is good. So
yeah, see, like my shirts are right there, just ready already for this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I was shocked you sold that Dale shirt too. So Gulf Coast Picture says, yo, what's up? How's it going? They told me in mine that all you have to do is send them an email and you'll get approved for a different category. So maybe send them an email and tell them you want to put it in vintage and thrift. So
yeah, but see that's why I was like just thinking about it, because like, do they actually? Is it because we got different onboardings, all of us, that it's different rules? Like that's what I was wondering, because Jimmy's saying no, and then you're saying no, but they were very very specific not to do that for us.
Do you have all the categories if you want to do an auction?
Yeah, so I have everything.
I don't see how they can stop you.
Well, they probably can't stop you, but if you schedule one and then run it without asking them, maybe, and they notice, they might do something.
Yeah, because they're saying that they noticed everything that's going on, and when they look under your account, they can
Sure
actually
they do.
they can actually look what you're approved for. So if the manager of that category sees that you're not approved for that category, they're either going to give you a warning or just ban you, supposedly.
Yeah,
Like I said,
just
I don't know if it's true. They were just specifically saying
Well-
that over and over in my onboarding.
maybe this is because they're bringing in so many people now. I don't know.
It's probably true. Yeah.
I would just send them, like Rosie said, I would just send them an email because the only thing that I've had problems with Whatnot is like where you go and see everything you sold. Well, I noticed like I didn't get paid for like 2 things, and I would just snip it and send it to them in 15 minutes. Bam, bam, they paid me.
Yeah.
So,
And the vintage and thrift category is so. So for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, whenever you create a show or you put a product on Whatnot, you scroll through all their categories and you have to categorize everything. And it used to be just one category. It would be like vintage clothing, streetwear.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go to fashion, which is the main category, and then the subcategory is a vintage. The only one you can select for vintage or non-vintage shirts is vintage and thrift, and that is such a vague category description to begin with, because it's like, well, I got all these at a thrift store, so
But they're not vintage.
well, no, it says and no, it does say and.
Yeah.
That's
And.
right. So
So see, that's the part that always confused me. So I was like, is it vintage and thrift, or is it just thrift or vintage? Did they get the wording misspelled?
yeah, I mean, we've run every one of our categories under the vintage headline. We ran like 1 or 2 under streetwear, and then we just went back to vintage. And I think everybody's definition is so broad when it comes to vintage that it doesn't really matter. Like if you have a bunch of stuff from the early 2000s, is that vintage? It should be. I mean,
Now,
Yeah.
technically, now it is.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think you'll be all right. They're cannibalizing their eBay store. Hide your young. Yeah.
well,
Definitely not.
I'm doing the same
cannibalizing.
thing. I'm blitzing my eBay store right now and putting it on there.
It's hard not to, because it's an easy way to kind of cash out of some things that have maybe been, sitting for a little while, and you're trying to get top dollar for them, and you might as well just get rid of them and then move on and put it into other stuff. That's kind of what we were thinking. Fartsack, I'll come back to your question because that requires a little more explanation. I've sent a few emails and they're usually responded in less than an hour. So there you go.
Yeah, they usually do.
They're quick.
Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking too. They don't notice Bobby is there, so that's a lie. Also, who cares? They make money on whatever you sell. Totally agree. Vintage is 20 years. So
Go back to
I just wonder
2001.
why. I just wonder why for me they were explicitly saying that part. It's just
Nah.
baffling for me.
they're probably just trying to keep people from jumping all over the place and, selling things that maybe they don't know about, or maybe they're not qualified to sell or whatever.
Yeah, like there was actually someone who was in the sneaker category, yet all they were doing was selling T-shirts, which made no sense to me.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that was weird for me.
That's kind of funny. So it's up to you guys whether you want to answer his question or not. I'm going to tell you. We make about profit wise, not with the exception of the last auction, because that was a little lower on our totem pole as far as the amount of shirts and the quality of shirts. But I'd say it's probably around $200 to $300 an auction, Fartsack, for us.
That's
Yeah,
about-
for me, my first shoe auction, I did 20 pairs of shoes and I did 232 gross.
So that's about it.
It really depends on how many people you have, and if your auction really is noticeable, I guess you could say.
Yeah. But you do gain momentum as you do more of them, it seems.
Mhm.
So
Although I think you are right though, that if you get the video out early with the listings, it actually does make a difference versus not having anything at all.
the pictures for sure make a difference. I'm glad you guys actually, Jimmy started doing it, and then I saw all the pre-bids that you were getting, and I'm like, we had 6 or 7 pre-bids. So last auction, I'll tell you guys, I used my iPad. I did what Rosie did. So I used my iPad as a camera, and I controlled everything from my laptop. And it's significantly easier to search. However, for whatever reason, it doesn't tell you if there's a pre-bid.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too.
Yeah.
It only shows you on your phone.
Yeah. But running it I mean, you don't get the spell check problems. It's the chat and so the way it's set up is all your inventory's over here. In the middle is the video, and on the right is the chat. So you can see all three things going on the whole time. There's no, so I can be typing, looking for something, and Sarah's like moving a tag or something, and maybe she's off camera or whatever, and I can see that she's on, and I'll just move her over while I'm doing it. Whereas on the phone, as soon as you go to type something, that thing comes up and you can't see any of the camera anymore or the chat. So I actually liked running it that way. I think I'm going to run it that way from here on out. I may try the webcam next time around, but I don't know how that's going to go. So I'm a little nervous about it.
Did you have to take away any permissions from your iPad or anything? Everything was fine?
So as soon as you go into like the seller dashboard or your lives, it comes up with a live, and you just click on it, and it doesn't even ask to like give permission to cameras or anything. So it's not even looking for the camera. So I don't know how you would add the webcam, but I might look into it. I might just leave it the way it is. I think it's easy that way, because the web, I don't care what it is. It could be my phone, it could be whatever. I don't really care. So that's probably why I'm going to keep doing it that way for a while, because that was much easier. Yeah. So let's see. We've got Laura says, "Oh my God, talking about Bobby again." Laura, if you would see him, you'd know why.
And now I know why too.
Yes, if you'd see it, you'd know why. He's a hard person not to talk about, and maybe that's what he's going for. But
yet he's not getting the attention he wants, apparently.
No, thank God. So, Popeye's Postcards has said he will be selling postcards soon on Whatnot. I'm very curious.
Same. I want to watch that.
Because
hey, Mark, that means you should get on it too.
See, Mark.
There you go, Mark.
Instead of getting $10 a card, you'll be getting like 15, 20.
No, you won't. If you're getting $10 a card, you're going to be getting 4 to 6. But
it's a fast move, though.
It is a fast move. Yeah. If you want to start, like, just, especially Mark, for you, if you sell bundles like Chrome or something like that cards, I bet they'd sell pretty well. Yeah, we found out when we did our auction the night we came back from Vegas that they didn't add picks. Yeah, it's much better. How can you tell if you get a good?
Well, it's like, Jimmy, how long does it take you to do those 60 pictures? Because it took me a while to do just to do 20.
Probably about half an hour. I mean,
I did 40.
All I do is
good.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I mean, all I do is I just hang them, snap them, go. You get a rhythm. I mean, this is weird when you.
I do it a little differently. Sarah's got a big stack of shirts. I unfold the shirt, put it onto the stack, take the picture of the front. I don't get the sleeves or anything unless there's like a hole or something in it. I basically just get the graphic and then move it. If it's like something front and back that's awesome, like I'll do front and back. If there's like a hole in it or something, I'll take a picture of the hole. But other than that, so it's shirt, unfold shirt, take picture of shirt, put the categories in, use my voice to text for the description, quantity 1, shipping, done, and just keep doing it. And it took me about 45 minutes today to do 44 of them, so about a minute per. That's what I was doing. So
for the weight, do you just do the general 8 to 11?
It says T-shirt in there. It's I think it's Funko Pop T-shirt and Fat Stack or something. Or no, it's not Funko Pop. Maybe it is Funko Pop. I don't know, but it does say T-shirt right in the weight.
I've actually been putting 8 to 11 because some of them are actually heavier than the 7-ounce range.
Yeah, I was doing that at first, and since they don't seem to be back charging, I didn't really care anymore, so I just put them all into the same thing. So, Laura has a question: how can you tell if you get a scam bid on Whatnot? I've never gotten a scam bid. I don't think you really can scam anybody on Whatnot, because if they bid, it's paid for. Yeah, they charge their card right away. So even if they bid on it and they're not meaning to, they'd have to cancel, which I've had happen. Yeah. and I've had happen with somebody who asked questions about something and then bid it up and then canceled on me. So it does happen, and you can block those people if you want. But yeah, for the most part, we don't seem to have a lot of problems. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't.
Well, that's the only thing I was thinking, that if somebody wins and then at the end of the auction they tell you, it's like, oh, just cancel my order, I actually don't really want it. Yeah. And then that's how I asked you guys last live, is like, would you guys actually accept that cancellation or not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't really have to, and
one I will have your back apparently.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be really hard to scam somebody out of stuff if you're like, well, it's coming to you anyways. Enjoy. I don't really care. Because what are you going to do? I mean, you can't send them back. You can give us a bad rating.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. They can't. They actually can't. So if say they request a cancellation, right? And you deny it. Once you deny that, you still ship it out, but their ability to rate you is taken away, apparently.
Oh,
so I don't know. So I asked that specific question on onboarding. So I asked them specifically, if I deny a cancellation, is there going to be any consequences for me? And they said no. If they do the cancellation request and you deny, their ability to rate you is taken away, and you're good to go. Well, because if you deny the rating, I think they kind of assume it's like, oh, well, this person's going to give them a bad rating, so it's just going to backfire on the seller.
Right? Why can Whatnot buy eBay? Is that possible? You think it's possible?
Exactly what I was thinking. It's like, whoa.
I mean, they've managed to do everything eBay can in like a year. Just unbelievable. So, apparently Bobby got a black eye, and I'm not talking about him anymore. So, oh, not me. Oh, come on, Mark. I gotta see this. He's got a system. He just keeps going. Yeah. Then refold the shirt poorly. That is accurate. Yeah. I like my 3 sites: eBay, Etsy, and Hip Postcards. Huh? Yes. I mean, you got to work with the times, Mark. You know, the wind is shifting a little.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's even shifting away from eBay.
Huh? And I find all the weight all works out in the end between a few lighter and a few heavier. Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So,
guys, I'm telling you, Poshmark is on fire. I sold 3 things in the last hour. Sorry about that.
I got 3 shares, 4 shares, 5 shares. That's what I got.
I can make it 1,000 if you want.
No, let me go ahead if you want. But Popeye said he'll be selling lots. He has over 1.5 million postcards. Yeah, I would be very, very interested to see how that goes. So they can't do a chargeback with the credit card company. I don't think so, and I don't think if they do that Whatnot would charge you.
Yeah,
I feel like they would keep moving on.
Well, I'm pretty sure they would send everything to Whatnot, because technically they're the ones dealing with them, and they would just still give us the money.
Yeah, I don't think Whatnot would charge you that, dude. I think if they did that, I feel like it would just roll.
Like they said, I think they actually keep a recording of the video. So if that were ever to happen, they'll just go to that username with the person on the video. And it's like, well, this person bid it free of their own will. So it's like, I don't know.
They need to review certain people randomly is what they need to do. It'd be a really good idea.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. There's this guy that always has like teaser shirts in the background that he refuses to sell. Out.
And also, if I hear any vulgar hip hop music,
right?
You know, it'd be.
I don't know what. I wasn't naming names. I was just saying.
I never said I wouldn't sell them. I'm not gonna sell them for $1. That's the. Hey, my hat auction. I offered that for $150.
Yeah. I believe it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. For me, I go into the sneaker category auctions because I want to learn from them, like what they're doing to, just keep the audience there at least. Yeah. And man, 80% of them have some very vulgar rap music in the background. It's like, I can't stand this. I'm how can people stand this? I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It's like it's bad.
Yeah. I mean that doesn't bother me as much as just people being outright nasty, and just, talking like you're at the bar with a bunch of dudes or something, it just, there's a level of professionalism that I feel like everybody should maintain when they're live on the internet. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying swear words are, to me they're just words, and that's just my opinion. And everybody, like Ed's, and there's a lot of other people in the community that don't particularly care for that type of language, and I get it. But in the same respect, like, I think it's the demeanor of some of these people that really rubs people the wrong way. Is that, like, there should be a level of professionalism that that everybody should be at. And if you're not there, you have no business broadcasting yourself onto the internet. Like, that's just my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong, but
no, you're completely right.
Thanks, Rosie. She beat you to it, because I looked over and yeah. And that's just my opinion. I would never have been opposed to like a late night uncensored reseller program, like where people swear. Like, that wouldn't bother me one bit, but I know it would bother other people. So
it would bother me, actually.
Well, I mean, and it would cannibalize. You would kind of cannibalize the market. You know what I mean? Because you take everybody that does bother, and you pretty much shove them right out the door, and then anybody that isn't bothered by it would stick around, which I get. And it's fine. But it's just, there is a market for stuff like that. It's just whether or not it belongs in this realm is two totally different things. So, yeah. Like, I was watching a guy at Atlantic City that was doing, like a hotel review of one of the hotels, and he was swearing the whole time. And I'm like, dude, like, you're reviewing a hotel room. You don't have to be like, that effing toilet over there and that effing shower stall. Like, I would prefer you'd say nothing and just walk around the room with music playing. Like, that's more what I'm looking for, because I'd like to draw my own conclusion. But, unless there's something wrong. Like, if I was doing a review of my room at the Flamingo, I would probably pause the music for a moment and be like, that shower head will blow you out of the room if you stand in front of it long enough. You need to hang on. But those are the kind of things that bother me. And it's just, I feel like there's always a level of professionalism. I'm retired. Time is all I have. Well, then what are you waiting for? Let's see it. I want to see SM postcards live on Whatnot.
So you never know, Mark. That might be the thing that might just get you away from Etsy, eBay, and everything else.
I don't know. Create a buzz.
I mean, like you say, you just bought like 10,000 cards. So
see, I know what he's doing. I'm onto him. He's letting Popeye lay the bricks.
Yep.
And then he's going to come over and walk over that path and just start selling everything. That's what's going to happen. Popeye's going to lay the groundwork. Mark's going to capitalize on it.
But wouldn't it be better if Mark is the first one there, so you could get all that attention first?
No. It's like the guy that started selling vintage Jordans 20 years ago or 10 years ago. He's like, no one, who's going to want a 10-year-old shoe? And then he hyped it up, and next thing you know, the thousands of dollars. So that's what's happening. I know that's what's happening. People are selling things for $1. What people do you think it attracts? Not everything sells for $1, though.
No.
They give you a warning now. It says that if you're going to be it says if there is going to be explicit, it does. So like if you go into somebody who's known for like explicit language or something on Whatnot, it does say, hey, this guy's known to swear a lot, do you still want to go in there? So interesting. Cussing equals ignorance. That is the way I was brought up.
I mean, be with friends in private, I guess, but when you're doing it professionally, then maybe that's correct, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think there's different levels, and that's just I don't think, like, a good example of this is, I don't think George Carlin was an unintelligent man or an ignorant man in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I think he was a really, really, really smart guy. But he swore a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And I saw him live many, many times, and he's really funny and really smart, and that's kind of just my thing. So I'm always the person that's like, they're just words, and they're but everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not disagreeing with you, Ed. I'm just saying that's just my opinion. Rosie's gonna keep her trucker mouth, though. That's just all there is to it. See, Adam's smart tonight. Yeah, I didn't say what he was doing. $1.50. Yes, and Sarah does swear off camera quite a bit. So
I mean, I've read it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shirts that sell for $1 for me, I don't really care. I'm just like, Okay. Sometimes that's more than what I have into the thing, anyways. When I get
Yeah.
my 59 cents, you know. But when I see it like annoying, like when you're getting your whatnot notification, 59 cents. I'm like,
Yeah.
then you see $28, 15. You're like, okay, 59 cents. There it is again. We're good.
So I will tell you, the instant pay takes some of the sting out of that, because what happens is as soon as you hit the ship button, they all show up at one time. So everything for that order shows. So you don't even notice the 59-cent ones. You're like, oh, it says $2, and you're like, oh, sweet. So
when do you get the instant pay?
apparently after 1,000 sold.
1,000 items sold.
No, they said after 1,000 items sold or over $100,000 made, which that ain't gonna happen with us.
Oh, I'm out there.
Just real close. Next auction, he should be there.
Yeah, when I sell that.
I was gonna say, all of a sudden, the Grateful Dead shirt's coming out of the box.
That one, like I said, that one with that hole, man. That's the only reason why I have not
No one's gonna
offered
care
it up.
about that hole.
I mean, it may hurt it a little bit, but
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, $1.50. You can't do 50-cent increments. That's the beauty of it, especially for you, is that, like, $4.50 postcards, they'll be $5 or they'll be $4, one of the two. So, there you go. Yes, we know, Jen. Postcard people are on Whatnot. Not sure how many. The people that watch my videos are mostly 50 and over. Okay.
That makes sense, actually.
Will Whatnot work with a flip phone? No.
Yes, it will. It will. It will.
What flip
You already
phone?
know which one, right?
Are you going to talk about that stupid Samsung that everybody hates, that it breaks all the time?
No. The new Razor Flip.
Oh.
Yeah.
He never specified what kind of flip phone.
That's true. I think he's talking about like a,
Yeah, he's talking about the old,
the StarTech. Yeah,
the one where the battery will actually last for 3-4 days without having to charge it.
Miss those days. There's a part of me that misses those days, and then there's a part of me that doesn't, because like I couldn't access Facebook or TikTok on my flip phone. So,
and also every text message costs 25 cents.
That's right.
That was a nice surprise bill for my dad when I was a kid.
Did you ever seen the TikToks of the people that just try to destroy that Nokia, the 9135 or something, the one that's like indestructible? Some guy threw it off a building. He ran it over with his car. He put it in mud, like all kinds of stuff, and it kept working. And then finally he put it in like a hydraulic press and smashed it.
Nailed it.
He's like, let's see if it turns on. And it's just. And he tried it, and it didn't turn. If it would have made a noise, I would have fallen out of my chair, but it didn't. So, yeah, it was funny. Is Whatnot doing kids and baby clothes yet?
You can do it. I don't see why not.
You could sell them. There's no category for it, but you could definitely sell them. I've seen a couple sellers that sold them. Mike sold them. Yinzer Bigger sold some kids clothes. I don't know what kind of market there is for it, but.
I mean, the category is so vague. It's like you can put any kind of clothing, I guess.
Yeah.
Although if they do just a baby and kids clothes, then you should probably apply for it.
Would that sell? I don't know. I mean, I've seen Rosie sells kids clothes frequently. I know a few people that sell kids clothes frequently.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, at my thrift stores, the kids' clothes already are like 60 cents.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would really sell that great on one, not unless you do bundles.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I don't know. I was to say I saw Mike sell the Pittsburgh Steelers baby clothes, and then Vintage Bangers had a single stitch kids shirt. It actually did pretty well. It did pretty good. Yeah, it did well. I mean, I think it sold for about $50, and that's pretty impressive for a little 2T T-shirt. I was like, wow.
Someone gonna put their kid in that? Can you imagine? Like a little single stitch Grateful Dead shirt, and then there's just applesauce on it and soda, and you're like, oh God.
I mean, remember, it's all for the gram.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new generation, Adam.
That's right. Where your kids are dressing in clothing older than you. Something. Jitterbug is what Sarah thinks he was talking about the jitterbug phones. As I'm talking about StarTex or the Nokia flip phone, when neither of which had cameras on it. StarTech. I had a StarTech. I loved that phone. That was up there with that Nokia. You couldn't break that thing. It was the original clamshell phone. Had like, it didn't even have a digital. Well, it had a digital display, but it was like the display was like an alarm clock. It was backlit, that kind of display, and all it had was numbers on it. I love that phone. The phone was the best. And that was the phone where when you answered it, you had to be like, "Hello."
Yeah.
You had to pull its stupid antenna up.
I mean, to me, it was a sidekick, which I never even was able to get, anyways.
Oh, I was going to say, you had a sidekick? I'm jealous.
No, I didn't. I had to get the bootleg Metro PCS version.
I wanted one of those so bad.
Same.
Oh. And then a buddy of mine had one, and he would use it all the time. And every time he flicked that screen, I'd be like, so jealous. And then one day he flicked the screen, and the screen came off. And I was like, maybe I don't want one of those anymore.
Yep.
So, oh my goodness, please don't tell Jimmy about the new Razor. He loved the original. Who didn't?
That was my favorite.
I hated those things.
That's still my favorite phone, man. I miss my Razor.
I hated those things.
Really?
I kept breaking them.
How could you break a Razor? I put one in a cup of water and it still worked.
Yeah. I dropped mine from a semi. Like,
I threw it to the cement with force.
Well, I mean,
well, there you go.
That's probably why.
I was
under
a
a street,
teenager.
yeah, under a streetcar, yeah, it probably still didn't break. Those things are crazy.
No, she was talking about the baby clothes. I think she meant streetwear.
Streetwear.
Oh, under streetwear. Oh yeah, I don't know.
I think it would be better under vintage and thrift, not under streetwear.
Same.
Yeah. Again, Laura, we don't know exactly what streetwear means. Is there? Can you search? Like, if I were to search liquid blue, would it just come up with a bunch of sellers that have the word liquid blue in the title, or would it come up with sellers that have liquid blue stuff in their store? Like that I'm kind of curious.
So here's the official definition: casual clothing of a style worn especially by members of various urban youth subcultures. That's all it says.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing just casual clothing. I don't know.
That might have made it worse, actually, because now I'm really confused. Like, is this urban enough to be streetwear? I don't know. What is urban?
They're calling sneakers streetwear, but it has its own category. Huh. I don't know. Basically, how cool it's made.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Laura. I'm not sure even how to find it, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think it's a big market at the moment, so it doesn't have its own category. So I think a lot of the T-shirt and clothing sellers are just going to mix it in. Rosie sells a ton of kids' clothes, usually between 15 and 25. So, yeah. Okay. Steven sells baby banger sometimes. Yeah. I would put my kid in a baby banger if I had a kid. I don't know about that. Worst thing is if you drop your phone in the toilet, then you get to look, and the automatic flush happens. Yeah, I can see that. It's clothes you wear on the street. Duh. Thanks.
Thank you.
What if do you have to actually be like walking on the street, or can you be driving on it? Like that's where I'm confused.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think to me, I think to me, it's more like a fashionable casual clothing. That's. I mean, that actually just makes it worse.
Yeah, no, totally. Like, would jerseys fall into the streetwear category? No,
actually, no. Because I guess I would think like just modern graphic print T-shirts, that would be streetwear.
Yeah, but then but most of us have like I don't know. I'd say the majority of my clothing is from like between 2000, not my clothing, but the stuff I'm selling is between 2005 to 2018.
Yeah,
like that's probably where the majority of my clothes are coming from. So some of that technically is vintage, and some of that is not. So like there's where the disparity in the category. Like, do you have to take it by the majority, or do you have to take I don't know. and that's where we just put it under vintage and have a nice day. Like, because and then the other thing is how can you tell, like, this shirt could be from 2006 for all anybody knows. You know what I mean? Like, very seldom is there a year on the graphic, and when it is on the graphic, then you can kind of tell. But even still, so I don't know. It's just I think if I were you, I'd probably send him an email and just be like, hey, can I get in that vintage and thrift category, just to be on the safe side? Because if you never know, you might find a pile of vintage clothing somewhere. It's not that difficult to find.
Right.
So, and you have a unique perspective. You have a very unique area because LA has a lot of transplants. So you get a lot of clothes from out of state. You get a lot of, stuff that we can't get our hands on. Like a lot of beachwear and stuff like that is going to sell for decent money. Especially like anything that says the words Venice Beach on it. Like, and people are going to buy it.
And that's the thing, little preview that I'm actually going to be auctioning off an auction that says Malibu, California camping theme.
Camping?
So, yeah. But with the beach right next to it, so.
Okay.
But it says Malibu, California on it.
Yeah.
And then I have one that actually says Myrtle Beach on it.
Nice. Whoops.
and it says Jimmy's Buffet.
Been there. Well, drove by there. Don't eat there. Not that Jimmy's cooking it, but don't go. Trust me. You don't want any of the majority of the seafood buffets in Myrtle Beach seem to steer clear of because they're dangerous.
But yeah, and anytime I saw any kind of shirts like that says Malibu, California or Venice Beach with a nice graphic print on it, I get it because you're right. A lot of people can't get those kind of shirts at all.
And I was in Kohl's the other day and I saw shirts for sale. Venice Beach, California, with like the Woody and the surfboard on it, so like it's something that people print and sell all over the country. So it's common, just like New York City shirts or, I don't know, Miami or stuff like that. They're just real common and people will buy them anyways, just because they like the graphic. So it's, In-N-Out Burger shirts probably too. That'd be another one.
I would think so.
And I got one in XL.
It's too bad.
Perfect. And then if I buy it, can you send me the sandwich, please, too?
I mean, I can, but it's not going to taste good.
Not going to look very good either. It's going to be a little fuzzy.
Is it worth it? Yes. Okay.
I'm just going to do it. You're like holding the burger in one hand, phone. I'm not going to be in tomorrow.
No. Yeah. It was so worth it. No.
No. Yeah. So all my In-N-Out Burger shirts have been washed and have shrunk. So now they're all
really?
Yeah. They weren't the best quality. So I'm like, I knew I should have gotten a bigger size. The problem is they were in bags whenever he gave them to us, and I didn't notice that they were that real thin blend that shrinks up real quick. So I'm like, but that's okay because I plan on going on a diet soon. So I'll fit back into them at some point. But you know what? I don't even care. I'll wash them.
I actually forgot to send you guys a picture though, but we had In-N-Out Burger today for lunch. Nice double animal style fries.
Rude. Wash them again and stretch them wet. Okay. It's definitely worth it until you're running into the bathroom after taking the first bite. Yes. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I'd probably get 2 bites in.
You think? Depends on what side. You want to bite away from the mold, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And whatever shirt he's sending you is probably going to have some spread all over it. So
it wouldn't, because it would be in the. Actually, no. Yeah, you're right. It'll have some spread in there.
There'll be a little baby cooler in there.
All right, everybody say goodnight to Ed. I'm joking.
Bye, Ed. No. You're not my friend anymore. Oh, bye, Ed. That's all he's got to say is I ate In-N-Out Burger, and we're like, thanks.
It's not my fault I have 10 minutes from me.
No.
And Jimmy had Buc-ee's today, so
I did.
I'm jealous of both of you. Bucky's. Did you got the beaver nuggets, right? You're about to show us the beaver nuggets. Is that what's
Maybe.
I can hear some rustling.
I heard it too.
Dude, them things are amazing, man. Oh,
Oh.
my gosh. First time I ever had them.
And you probably like them a lot.
I've never had them, so I don't even know what they are.
It tastes
You
like
like
pancakes.
Yeah.
I'll show you the back of the shirt. Hold on. Almost spent
You
it.
like-
Look at that thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
They're like you like kettle corn.
Yeah.
Or caramel. More accurately would be caramel corn. But like if you buy, it's not popcorn, but it's puffed corn, like the cheddar puffed corn, that kind of thing. So that with caramel all over it. So it's not actually popcorn. It's like almost like a cheese ball type material without the cheese, with caramel all over it.
Dang,
could you go
that's a
wrong?
lot of caramel.
Well, I mean, it's mixed in like caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not, but yeah, it's not. So it's not caramel corn. It's caramel puffed corn is essentially what it is.
Yeah.
So, but it's really good. So let's see. I've had In-N-Out twice and it was not good. Maybe I ordered it wrong. The fries suck. The fries are not good. You are correct.
Unless
But
you
the
order them animal style.
you have to
Yeah.
order them animal style, which is bread,
And-
cheese, and onions.
And it depends what kind of burger you got, Rosie. If you got the double, then it's probably just the place you went to because that's
Yeah.
the best one you can get.
Mhm.
So good. Just skip the fries, Rosie. Get 2 burgers. That's what I do.
Yep.
Fries are trash, but the double, oh my god. I think what I find is good from the bins is LL Beam, Nike Puma, Red Tab, Levi's, and rarely Free People, but may suck to other people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, it's good, but a lot of these people who only want to sell high end things, they're just gonna ignore those because that's not in their wheelhouse. But if,
Yeah.
to us who sell like everyday things like that, who are happy with the $10 profit, definitely worth it.
Yeah. Laura, what's a really good thing to get at the bins this time of year is cargo shorts. Like decent brand, not Walmart brand, so steer clear of like, what's
Good
the Walmart?
Nation,
Yeah, and
Thread
that
and
other one?
something.
what's the other one? No Boundaries.
Yeah.
Steer clear of those, but like, Arizona, well, maybe Arizona, no. But
Yeah.
like, decent brand cargo shorts go for a lot of money. And I've heard swimsuits. We've never sold them, but I've heard swimsuits in the summer.
Swim trunks. They're
Yeah.
doing really good for me right now.
Really?
Yeah. Ocean Pacific ones are coming back.
I just
I'm serious. They're bringing like $15 to $25. I was like, that's impressive,
Yep.
dude.
but see, this is where like my own logic gets skewed because
Yeah.
like I would never buy a used swimsuit because essentially you're buying somebody else's underwear. I mean, that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Because that little mesh thing that's in there is somebody else's underwear, and
Well-
you're
But like you said, a lot of
Board
people
shoulder.
they wouldn't want the Walmart ones because they're very cheap. They're very cheap. If they could pay $20 for a good branded used one, then get the Walmart one new. I'm pretty sure they'll pay for the $20 for that used one.
Yeah.
what were you gonna say?
I would say board shorts don't have the mesh in them, though.
That's true. Yeah,
That's what I was talking about,
true.
the Ocean Pacific board shorts. But yeah, like
Yeah,
vintage.
no, I
yeah.
get it.
But I get what you're saying. Like the Nike vintage swim trunks that have the mesh in them. I'm like,
But you're not wearing underwear under the boy shorts either, the board shorts either. Like
No.
Some people do.
so,
I do. at least.
Speedo.
you're still. They're still. Yeah. There you go. That's exactly it.
I'm just trying to keep it PG-13. You know.
What she said. That's,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
you
problem.
But people buy used brawls, so it's like, isn't that the same thing?
I mean,
Yeah,
we can't.
no,
we,
well,
I mean,
no,
we can't.
no.
We can't actually tell the difference because it's different for us.
No,
If
no,
you
I get
ask
it.
Sarah, then she tell the difference.
But used bras? No, it's not the same thing because
They're still sweating in them. I mean,
sweat is not the problem I have here.
I know. I get it. Race strips. Oh,
Yes. So I'm just saying. I mean, I think.
Or
It's just-
whatever. You know.
I mean, I get it and I understand it. I just, to me, like, you know, I would never like be at the bins and see like a bunch of lightly used tidy whities and go, oh, these are going to sell great. Because first of all, I would never think they would. And that's where swim trunks come into effect, is like, I would never think people would buy that, especially men. Like, I just wouldn't think that people would buy it. Women's bathing suits, on the other hand, I can understand because a lot of them are designer and they're very expensive and things like that. But men's bathing suits are not, for the most part. You know, they can get up there, sure, but they're not that expensive. So, but they sell, and you're right. They really sell, especially the designer wear stuff, the expensive ones. Yeah, pretty good with racing, swimwear, Nike, Reebok, TYR, Arena, those kind of things. They're gonna sell well. My last haul.
I read that comment wrong. I was like,
my last haul was kids activewear, and I saw a bunch of winter wear. Yeah, kids activewear. I don't know how well that sells. We pass on all that stuff because we see a lot of kids Under Armour and stuff like that, and we tend to pass on that kind of stuff. Bras are different, but underwear, I'd rather wear a used bra than a pair of used underwear that have been in someone else's land down under area. That's right. So, you don't want to know the gunk I've seen in women's swim bottoms.
I just got nasty images in my head.
I don't. You're absolutely right. I don't. I've seen some horror stories from other. Everybody's seen the pair of jeans with the skid marks in them and stuff like that. Like, that's happened.
That actually, that's what I've been meaning to ask, because I can't actually exactly see what it was in your first opening when Sarah was giving you the hand sanitizer. What'd you grab from those pants?
Was that a tissue?
A tissue. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a big wad of used tissues in that pocket. And that was the first time we had previously, and then so that whole situation has a story behind it. That like a week before, we had saw someone go to a thrift store and they bought like 3 or 4 pairs of pants, and they pulled out like $60 out of the back pocket of one of these jeans. So like, we were grabbing jeans, and like, I felt something in there, and I'm like, it's money. And then I reached in like an idiot and grabbed it out of there, and Sarah was like, oh my god. And this was right in the middle of all the virus craze and everything, and I'm like, and I'm dead.
I'd have been like, do we need to go to the hospital, cut this off, or what? What's going on here?
Will the COVID get down my hand fast enough, or can I just lop it off right here? And like, there was just so much going on at that moment that like, the worst thing I could have pulled out of there was some nasty tissue, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, the old intro shows, like, because when I put it in the video, I actually, like, from the time it left the pocket, it's slow mode, so you heard Sarah go, oh no. So yeah, it was funny. It was that video. I think there was a couple comments on that video that were like, this is pure comedy, because that whole thrift haul like was shrouded by that and the cart. The cart, you know how like they have like that almost like rubber, it's almost like a tire. Like, it's this hard rubber that's around the plastic wheel. Well, there was a chunk missing out of the plastic rubber on the back left. So it was like, and the whole time, like, I made this like montage of me just turning corners and then like me going, this cart's all jacked up, and like the whole store can hear this. Like, it was just a comedy of errors, and it was funny. So, Rosie loves selling men's swim trunks. We're going to have to do more of it. And you don't even want to know. Yeah. For the most part, kids don't wear out clothes. They outgrow them. So you can make your money from thrifty parents that don't want to pay top dollar for stuff. Yeah, I can see it. We don't have kids. So knowing, there's 2 reasons we don't sell kids clothes. The first reason is that we don't have kids and don't really understand it all that much. The second reason is that one of the most commonly donated and garage saled items are kids' clothes, and we see tons of it. And so by just seeing stuff like that, we're naturally thinking the market is flooded, and it probably is or isn't. I don't know.
It depends what it is.
Yeah, it actually is not as flooded as you think, because a lot of people avoid it for that reason. They think that it's flooded and it's so cheap that they don't know what to get. And in my case, we buy our kids' clothes from the thrift store. We do. And then we donate it back to that thrift store.
That makes sense. So you said it depends on what it is, Jimmy. what could it be like that?
Well, Rosie brought up a good thing. Like the snow bibs are good. Carhartts,
Mhm.
sports jerseys. So stuff
I
like
mean,
even what we're selling, like that's an adult. But if there was a kids one, because they'd rather buy a kids one than go to the stadium and buy that thing.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah, yeah, because I know at the stadiums, my coworker was telling me that he was trying to get a jersey for his son, and I think they wanted like $60 for that jersey,
Mhm.
and he found it on Poshmark for $10 during the flash
Absolutely.
free shipping.
yeah,
Hmm.
He paid the $10 for it, so a lot of people avoid that because for that reason, but people do want it,
yeah.
and yeah,
But like, so we see tons of Under Armour, Roblox, Nike, you name, like all like that's what we see a ton of, and so that's pretty much not worth it, from what I assume.
so
Mm,
individually, definitely not. But if you bundle,
no.
like if you make not well, I don't know. My coworker he actually bundles it, and he's been selling like bundles, like a shirt and some pants. And he's been
Mhm.
selling for like $15, at least one every day.
So you're saying like an Under Armour shirt and a pair of pants of like sizes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been selling that consistently every day on Mercari. That's where it seems to do the best because everybody wants the cheap stuff and they will go to Mercari. I actually don't think it would do well on eBay or Poshmark, to be honest. It'll definitely do good on Mercari and Facebook.
Okay, because we're thinking about going to the bins tomorrow, and I might because there's tons of it there. I mean, now that we've talked about it, I might have some competition, but yeah, that's interesting. So
Yeah, but I mean, just he doesn't get any more than $20. So I mean,
yeah,
don't expect anything like big.
snow, but still, I mean, you're paying probably half a cent per
Yeah.
shirt,
So
right?
maybe the kids' clothes probably be free because I mean the weight.
Yeah, they might not even
I mean,
register.
right.
Yeah.
They're actually under 4 ounces just for like a little tiny shirt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Snow bibs we have done. We've sold teen, pre baby snow bibs, 10-year, 10-year-old one, whatever size they are. I don't know, 3T, 4T, whatever. Someone that's right
Yeah.
around anywhere from 7 to 10. That size of snow bibs. And then for those of you that live in warm climates, snow bibs are the onesies, like the onesie coats. Basically a snowsuit is what
Right.
I would assume.
Never say onesies, by the way.
No, is onesies not good? Is that? Am I getting kicked off YouTube now?
No, but you'll get kicked off eBay.
Yeah.
No.
It's a Vero.
Oh, is it really? No, it's like
Yeah.
Velcro.
Velcro.
Have you seen
Well,
that?
It's been fun, guys.
Ed is all you, man.
Have you guys seen the parody video that Velcro actually did?
No.
Mm-mm.
Search it up on YouTube. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay. Adam needs to have the talk.
By the way, Adam, 3T usually means that they're 3 years old.
Wow.
Everybody makes fun of me because I'm so bad with like kids' ages and stuff like that. But even my friend's son is on to me how bad it is. So like the one year I was like, I was talking to a friend. I'm not going to mention his name, but a friend of ours, they have a son and he's 11. He'll be 11, I think. But like 4 years ago, I was like, what is he going to be, like 12 or something this year? And Sarah's like, he's going to be like 7 or 9 or whatever. And I'm like, oh. And so now it's this ongoing joke. Like every time we're talking about my friend's son's age, like they're like, yeah, he should be driving next year, and now he's doing it. Like, he's like,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. He thinks I'm 15 or something. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. My son is 6'7" tall. Yeah, he is tall. We didn't have
Wow.
clothes for very long. No, you didn't. I had a similar problem.
Okay.
Do you check silverware? Found some good ones at the bins.
No.
Not typically.
The only things I look out for is Cutco.
Yeah, or anything that says 925 on it. You want to grab that.
What's that?
Silver. That's sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
You can take that, and if you find a bunch of it, take it right over, get it melted down into a bar, and stick it in a safe, because it's going to be worth a whole lot of money. We're going through it right now. My mom gave us a coin collection from my grandfather, and we're sorting through all the silver because it's hard to part with silver right now because the price of silver is quite high and continuing to rise. So anything that's actual sterling Just don't get rid of it. I mean, I wouldn't even sell it on eBay, to be perfectly honest with you, because you're not going to get much higher than what silver. I mean, unless somebody's collecting the silverware for whatever reason or something like that, you might get a little bit more. But the vast majority of people that you're going to get offers are just going to be buying it based on the fact that there's that much sterling. It weighs X, and you're going to get the questions you're going to get inevitably is how much does it weigh, because they just want to know how much silver is in it. So, okay. But yes, found snow bibs. It sells for a little less, but costs a lot less. The most I pay for kids' items are $2, but usually less than $1, and I'm selling them for $15 to $25. Well, maybe we should get into it.
Yeah.
Cycling jerseys do well for kids. Are you talking about kids cycling jerseys?
No, I think he's just talking regular
in general
cycling jerseys.
Yeah.
Because I actually did find one. I had no idea what the brand was, but it had tags on it, and there was I think a 4XL, something like that. But those things are very they're very fit, I guess.
Yeah, they're tight. Yeah.
But it sold for $85, and I bought it for $2, and I had no idea what it was. I just got it because it had the tags.
Shorts do well too, with the padding and stuff in them and so forth. So yeah, we've done that a couple times,
especially with here in California, and I don't know how it is in other states. Mountain cycling is coming back already. It's getting hot enough here that it's just back into the sport.
Cycling stuff does pretty well here. We have a lot of mountains, so does pretty well, and we have bike lanes all over our city that wreaks havoc with traffic. But we not get into that. But yeah, so they do pretty well around here, but they do well in general. I mean, anything bicycling related tends to do well because that stuff is expensive. I mean, they pay like almost $3,000 for a bike. Yeah, we sold a Bluetooth mileage tracker or something like that basically just attaches to your bike, tracks your mileage. There's an app or something, and it was a couple years old. And we sold it. We bought it for like $5 and sold it for like $80 or something like that. So biking stuff does do really well. Anything physical fitness is going to do really well this time of year because people are starting to get back out and do things that aren't just sit in the house and pretend like you aren't looking at the snow. So. Yeah.
Like if you guys ever see those Shimano cycling cleats out there, pick them up because some of them are extremely expensive, but then there's some that aren't exactly worth as much. Yeah. But the one that I can recommend, you ever see I think it was the Shimano M088. That's the one that I ended up selling for $90 plus shipping.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever see that model, that one is definitely worth it.
But it's my understanding that if they're roughed up, they don't do well because there's almost no coming back from them being roughed up, right? You can't replace the cleats or anything in them. It's just over.
Well, I don't know actually. I never actually looked closely into it. I don't know if you could replace it, but I think if that were the case, somebody would just end up buying a new pair instead of replacing the actual cleats.
Yeah, that's true. So Laura also found a GM jacket, which would be cool.
Nice.
Shoes also do really well. All the same brands you buy for adults. No kidding.
They actually don't. A lot of my kids' shoes do not sell good at all.
Yeah, I've never. We've sold like, baby Jordans and stuff like that, but never.
Yeah. Never, see, like that. They say if there's an adult version to it, it definitely will. It's definitely worth it. But like just your every other day brand, that probably is not worth it.
Yeah. I only buy kids clothes up to size 8. After size 8, most kids want to wear their mall brands. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. My bins remove the shoes early. Just shoe bins early. That's just rude.
Right.
Don't see much down here. Though for the snow bibs, yeah, I'd imagine you wouldn't. That wouldn't really work that well on the Gulf Coast. Bolo single stitch ones with Velcro, exactly. Bolo single stitch onesies with Velcro, and now I'm permanently shadow banned. So, John's here. Straighten up.
Hey,
what's
John.
up, John?
Hey, John.
Looks like Bama Boy's back. I am.
That's right. Padded cycling shorts.
Got tore up, man.
Look at that sunburn, man. Whew.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. And I even
if Jen gets mad at you, watch out. I know what she's doing to get back at you. Little light tap on the back of the neck.
I honestly didn't even notice until you pointed it out right now.
True redneck now. It's gonna take a while to blend that in. I'm telling you.
Oh man, padded cycling shorts do really well. We sold one pair of them. And on the way home, we had a discussion about what cyclists do to numb the pain. So, cycling season somewhere all the time. Do you guys wash the baseball hats from the bins? I don't buy a lot of them, but you guys might.
I don't buy any hats from the bins either.
Yeah, I wash them.
How do you wash them? Because I need to know.
Well, like this one. This is, see how nasty that thing is?
Yeah.
You just get Dawn dishwashing liquid and a toothbrush and you scrub it. And just rinse it out. Just rinse it off in a sink. Dry it off with a towel. And just let it air dry.
So you don't use that like little cage thing?
It depends on the hat. That's the thing. Like the cage thing is really made for this hat, for trucker caps. A cage one would smash this one. So what you can do is just wrap up a towel and put it up under there. So when it dries, it will form to the towel.
Got it. So you don't recommend soaking them? Because I heard a few people that soak them in like Oxy.
Again, well, if it's white, yeah, I would. But I think Oxy would probably stain or fade these probably.
And they'll probably stain it also, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or you could just take shallot, and spray them and scrub them in, and then just let them sit 15 minutes, then just rinse them off in dishwasher or something.
Yeah. I don't wash a lot of hats, but hope that helped you, Laura. So
yeah.
John sold some workout equipment today, actually, through Facebook. Nice. What'd you sell? Adam should ride an Ironman marathon and pick up all the shirts. No. Nope.
Oh, because they throw them off.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. So they don't get time, or so they keep going. They'll just toss their shirts. I don't even know if they go back for them.
The problem is that I have to keep up with them. That's never happening. Unless I'm on a moped. Keep up with them.
Or you have some Heelys.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. Or I had help. What we'll do, me and Jimmy will go. Jimmy can sit in the back of the truck and just we'll give him a car. Just knock. Cycling shoes do well. Yeah, we did. Make a lot of. I make a lot off kids' shoes, all name brands. I buy adult shoes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Figured he would be on the ground crawling away. And I've heard this too. The dishwasher for hats.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it because sometimes hot water shrinks them. So I guess you could do cold too. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how our dishwasher works, so. I'm going to get it for that comment. Oh, no, she's not listening. Sweet. Missed it. Don't be alarmed if you see a pillow fly. Are you getting beat up?
I hope not.
Mark's got a good one. I use party balloons from the dollar store inside the hat until it dries.
That'd be okay. I'll try that.
Pretty good idea. So, and I guess you can run a dishwasher on cold. So, there you go. It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I wash hats. I mean,
yeah,
but again, I mean, the hat's only 5 to 10 cents anyways from the bin. So if it ruins, I guess. But
yeah. That's kind of the way I figure with some of these shoes that I buy from the bins. If they come out good enough, great. Like those white Jordans that were absolutely destroyed, and then I soaked them, and they can't. I mean, they still had some stainage on them, like they weren't perfect. And then that, by the way, the patent leather that's like on these shoes, if they're dull. You know that they make a sponge. It's like it's a polishing sponge that you would use on leather, and it doesn't actually fill in scratches or anything. It just brings like a sheen back to it. That worked beautifully. Like I just polished the patent leather around the those Jordans that like they're fabric, and then there's this little strip of patent leather that kind of goes around the front. It was real dull because when it's soaked in that oxy, it kind of dulled it up. So I just hit it with this sponge, shined. Sold them. We sold them for $86 or something like that. I mean, They were disgusting, and they still had stain. They had a little stain on the back. They had a little staining on the side. A little scuff on the sole. It wasn't perfect, but people still buy them.
Yeah.
So let's see. She says no dish detergents. Just spray them with stain spray and stick them in the dishwasher. So Patrick Murphy in the house. So hello panel, hello chat. Stopping in to say hi and light up that like button. Appreciate it. so much.
What's up, Patrick?
Laura says, I did a hot soak with borax and washing soda. That was a big mistake with multicolored ones. They bleed through. I could see that. I don't know what borax is, though.
Me neither.
What is borax, Laura? We don't know.
It's a bar of soap.
Is it like heavy duty soap?
It's like if people are making their own laundry detergent, they got to use borax for it. So
Oh, okay.
it's just a bar. If you go to your where they sell laundry detergent, you'll see it sitting down on the bottom.
Oh yeah,
It's in white. It's in white paper
with like a
borax.
green. And,
Oh.
yeah. Okay, I have seen that. I never knew what that was until right now.
No, okay.
Do you make your own? You make your own laundry soap? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I have. It's just a pain. I'm like, never again. Nope. It's cheaper. I mean, it's cheaper and it's better, I guess. But
Do you recycle candles too? Do you smash all your candles together and make another candle?
no.
Friend of mine, his wife at the time was making their own deodorant.
Oh wow.
How'd that go?
Didn't go well.
I was like, that does not sound
So
good.
here's what he did. She made him use it, and then he would get in his car, drive to work, and open the glove compartment and pull out his Arid because it didn't work. He was like, I tried it for 2 days. He goes, and I could smell myself on the way home. He's like, not doing it. I'm like, oh. And then she's like, she was telling me something about aluminum and deodorant and all this stuff. He's like, I just didn't care. I just started using my own stuff. I'm like, all right. Did you polish the bowling ball? Did not polish the bowling ball. Nope. No need to polish the bowling ball. That bowling ball sold quick too. I think it took 3 days to sell. $25, and it was $1.59. So anytime I see bowling balls of any sort at the bins, I'm taking them, unless they're all messed up. Walmart had them in the box. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Jen's the queen of getting stains out. Jimmy had a coral. It was pink vest. His friends in his friend's wedding that had a dark purple icing. And that had dark purple icing cupcakes. Kid got icing on it before the wedding, and I got it out. Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds like a rough stain, though.
It was, yeah.
Dark purple.
Why did they have those cupcakes in the men's section where we were all supposed to be at? And then also, we're rushing to get changed. We're like, oh, time for pictures. And I put this vest on and I see this long streak. I was like, oh no, what is? And this kid's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, what? So I'm rushing to go try to find a bathroom. And Jen's like, just give it here. Continue getting ready. I was like, you're not going to get it out. We got to get pictures.
Wait, she did it at the reception?
Yeah.
How? Did she carry around like Tide pens and stuff with her or something?
I don't know how she did it, but I know she took it to the bathroom, was probably running in water and paint. I don't don't know. It
Jen,
came
how'd
out.
you get the stain out? Tell us how you got the stain out.
Probably was a Tide pen.
Yeah,
but
she has Tide pens.
But things like at the bins, like shirts, I'll be like, man, there's stains on. We're not getting that. She'll get it out. It was crazy.
The only stain we'll walk away from is pit stains.
Yeah.
If they're extremely yellow pit stains, they're not coming out.
It's so crazy though, because I've sold so many shirts that have pit stains on them.
If it's a white shirt with the yellow, forget it. If it's just like, a little discolored or like white, a little whitening,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. But if it's yellow on like a white shirt, it's just not. We've tried. We found an awesome Grateful Dead, or not Grateful Dead. I don't remember. I think it was Fish, and it had really yellow, and I think we got it anyways, and it might actually be up on our eBay store, but we definitely haven't sold it. So flush the vest a few times. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Did it have like a little bluish hint to it afterwards?
No.
From the toilet bowl cleaner?
No, it was pink like it was like the day I had it, man.
She's gonna tell us because she hasn't told us yet, unless she gave up on the show. I'm curious.
I hope you tell us.
I'm curious how you get something like that out on the fly, because that's a tough stain to get out with, even with all your laundry stuff at your disposal. So, toe fungus, pit fungus, it will stick with cardboard. I will stick with cardboard. Yeah, but you won't sell it on Whatnot. There you
really
go.
should, Mark.
Rub the big puck mint from the urinal on it. There you go.
I think she may have used some hand sanitizer on it too. I don't know.
Sarah does that.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, that's what she was doing. But I was freaking out. I was like, "What is going on right now, man?"
Sarah's done that many times. She did it in my old truck. She spilled ketchup on the seats of my old truck, and she rubbed hand sanitizer, and the ketchup stain went away, but there was a hand sanitizer stain afterwards, like the white residue.
Well, the reason why I wasn't really freaking out because it was there. It was because my friend, for some reason, we weren't supposed to pay for these things, like to rent them. Well, then we ended up, and I was like, and the lady's like, if it's not in this perfect condition when it comes back, you got to buy this vest. And I was like, and these vests were like $300. So I was like, what? I'm not buying this vest. And she got it out. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I think
when we rented our tuxes for Vegas, I didn't really say anything about stainage or anything like that. So I don't know. But they didn't charge me anything extra. But then again, we didn't return them because when we were there, my buddy asked, he was like, is there a guy, do you guys have a delivery service like that we can pay, or a pickup service that we can pay extra for or whatever? And she's like, no, we don't, but there's this guy. And she gave like this guy's phone number, and that's what he does. That's his business. He picks up tuxedos from casinos and then runs them back over to wherever they're going. And I'm like, smart. Because he charges $50 a tux. So he made probably $80 some off of us, and he probably has a whole bunch of them to pick up that day. I'm like, there's a smart person right there.
That's
very
pretty
interesting.
That is intelligent.
I bet he drives an Uber or something too. She was a little scared. Jen to the rescue. Ever notice how the ashtray by the urinal is at shoulder height? No? What does that have to do with it?
I don't get it.
The ashtray at the urinal typically is right about here. But I don't know why that would be. I don't know where you're going with it, Mark. You're going to have to.
Oh, there you go.
No Tide pens. Just wet the inside first, then dab the front while holding the wet paper towel on the back. Interesting.
Maybe the stain wasn't as deep.
That must have not been. Yeah, way to go. That's impressive. I don't think I stained anything in Vegas, or else if I would have brought it over to you guys. No. Yeah. Jen to the rescue, getting the stains out.
She did. Yeah, because I was like, I do not want to own a pink vest right now.
Why?
Yeah, I was like, and the lady that, like, at the tux place was like, it's coral. I was like, lady, this is not coral, man. This is pink.
They like hiding. Because most men's pink shirts are salmon.
Right. I was like, this thing is bright pink, man. I know coral. I have girls. I know what coral is.
You're like, no, this is pink. Let's see. If the ashtray was lower, it'd be filled up. Oh, good point. Can't arch the stream shoulder high. It says you. Challenge accepted, Mark.
That is true.
I can make it. I'm sure I can make it.
There you go.
Little hand sanitizer, hand soap, and more dabbing, wet paper towel, and ta-da. Wow. Impressive. I'm impressed. All right. What else do we want to talk about before we...
Oh, God.
Well, not much has happened in any of the marketplaces, so I'm pretty blank today. Other than that survey that you guys were talking about, that's all I really know that's been new.
Yeah. We've had an influx of like weird things are selling, like old things, that things have been sitting for a while. That's one of the weird things that's been going on with us. And I thought it was what I did was I actually started just pulling things off of the marketplaces and then popping them back on, just to kind of refresh the listing. And that has made a tremendous difference in a lot of our stale stuff. So like, I don't know if List Perfectly does it, but Vendu does it where like you can sort by stale listings and it will pull up your stalest listings. And so what I did was I just pulled them all up. I went through and just pulled them down, put them back up, changed the price maybe if it was something that I thought was overpriced or underpriced or something, and then just put it back on all the so I'd take it down off of all the marketplaces and then pull it back up on all the marketplaces. And we've sold I'd say 25% of what I pulled down already.
Nice.
And so it's working. I highly recommend doing stuff like that because it seems like, Macari and Poshmark, there's almost no way to like really move the listings back up to the top. So you almost have to pull them down and put them back up. Whereas eBay, you can kind of manipulate it a little bit and change the skew or something and it will pop it back up there. But so highly recommend that.
Yeah, List Perfectly doesn't do that. So you basically have to remember what your still listing is. So, I mean, that's the only way you can actually do it.
You can't filter it by like oldest listings?
It'll tell you the date that it was created. But the problem is if you update anything, it'll change that date to the updated date. So you will know what the oldest listing would be. But say I have something from, say, a year ago, it would actually tell me that it is from a year ago. So if I wanted to, I could delist it and then relist it again as a fresh new listing to other marketplaces, and they'll tell me the fresh new date that it was. Yeah. So I guess it works.
And Vendu sets it up to maybe pretty easy. But the problem is like everybody has changed their listing requirements. So when like what it should be is just a like one click, delist, relist, and it should just take it down and pop it back up. But it doesn't, because eBay changed all their requirements. So you hit relist and it gives you a bunch of errors on the eBay page, and it gives you a bunch of errors on Poshmark because they've changed all their requirements. So it sucks, because I thought like, I can do this all in like 15-20 minutes and just pop everything down and pop it back on. Nope. You're like delist, relist, and it's like, you need to add this, you need to add this, your shipping's wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and you're like, so yeah, needless to say, it was a little bit more of a trial than I thought it was going to be, but it definitely was worth it. There is something I wanted to talk about, and I know, Ed, you can't talk too much about this, but I do want to know if anybody has heard, if maybe you can talk about this, because the section of it that we're going to talk about isn't related to cross-listing.
It still involves it.
Okay, so
I got to be out of this part.
Okay, well then maybe we'll skip it, because
I mean, you could still talk about it. I just can't say anything about it, unfortunately.
Well, I'm curious about whether or not this could replace Posher VA for us, because it's free. So I could save myself $25 a month and use Flip to share on Poshmark. And that's really all I want to do at this point, because I don't necessarily want to bail on Vendu, because I don't think it's just going to screw everything up. So, because you're in the same boat, like everybody here is in the same boat. Like if we switch to a different platform right now, all your stuff is just going to be all messed up, because you're not going to be able to delist things that you listed on, like, so if you listed something on List Perfect and then you try to delist it on another platform, it's not going to do it correctly because it doesn't know it's listed. So that's,
I mean, the only problem I see there is the offer to likers, because they don't have that feature.
Oh,
so yeah, if you just want to do the sharing, maybe you're right, but that's the best part about what we use Posher VA is the offer to likers, and that's where I get most of my sales from recently. Same. So I mean, unless they do that part too, which I find it kind of hard to be able to do with a free service, then maybe it's still good to stick with what we have. But the whole sharing part, if that's just what you want to do, then maybe it might be worth it for those.
No, because we do. It's funny you say that, because the other day we actually got a full price sale on Poshmark, and I'm so not used to even worrying about clicking that button, because I don't know if Jimmy, if you've done this yet, but if something sells full price on Poshmark, and you, like, let's say it sells right now, and then you wait 15 minutes after the live, and then you go to ship it, it will actually give you an error message and say you shouldn't ship it right now, because they have 3 hours.
They have 3 hours. Yeah.
Right. So I didn't even know, and I went to go ship something, and it was like, hey, and I'm like, it's been so long since I've had somebody not buy an offer that I didn't even realize that this still happened.
Yeah. I know, that's annoying. It's like, dang it.
But that would be the only downside I see, is like, you get a free service, but the one that we really use a lot is the one that won't be in use anymore.
Yeah. Which is Posher, which is what?
Posher VA, the offers to likers.
Oh, it's going to be gone. Oh, you're saying that it wouldn't be in use because Flip doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, and Flip is in beta. So that is another big thing. I do not end relist, as it will break my yes. You would have a very, very long time. That would take a very long time to do that. There is something I wanted to talk about, and I talked about it briefly on. Well, wait, I'm stepping. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? I keep butting in.
Sorry about that.
Dad's gonna watch a YouTube video before.
Go ahead, Ed. We'll wait on you.
Gotta have baby cam on.
Everybody, just hold on for a second. Okay, no.
Now we have the baby cam on.
Be like the guy at Taco Bell.
Yeah. I'm just still aggravated at Alabama when their thrift stores closing at 2 p.m. It's like, what is that with
They
that?
do?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I was so aggravated. And I was like, well, we almost have the same Vegas thing going on. We show up, we're supposed to be able to check in our hotels at 1.
Huh.
So we get there. We're running a little bit late, obviously, but the lady's like, "Oh yeah, can you come back at 3? Because none of the rooms are ready. Because we had 3 separate rooms, which is cool."
Yeah.
And I was like, and I told, well, they were hungry. I grabbed something at the gas station. I was like, I'm gonna get McDonald's while I'm here, man. You guys go ahead. So they were all going to go get something to eat, and I was like, I'm just gonna go down to this mom and pop thrift store that's like 2 miles. So
Right.
and it was a nice day there. So I looked, I was like, oh, I could just walk down. So I just started walking. I had to go there, and the door says close at 2. I was like, what?
Is it every day they close at 2?
No, it was a Saturday, so it's just weird. Normally they're open till 6, which
Sunday I can understand.
no, this was Saturday though. That was weird. Yeah.
Like their busiest day, they close early.
Yeah. So then I got on Google, and you do the closest thrift stores near me, and then every one of them closes at 2. I was like, but there was a Goodwill that closed at 6, but it was like 32 miles. I was like, I'm not
driving 32 miles for a Goodwill. That's for sure.
So I went back to the hotel because those guys already wanted to go get something to eat. I was like, can I just sit in the chair? Because I'm not sitting outside because there's a bunch of bugs and it's hot.
Oh, you didn't do the classic bring your McDonald's bag into the restaurant and sit there and eat McDonald's?
No, I ate that on the way.
Okay.
I ate it, and then Alabama's road. You see the little bit of me coming on, man. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It was like
It's like Pittsburgh roads. That's crazy.
and that was a state route.
Yeah. It's so rough. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, right
Thanks
there.
for popping
Rachel.
in. Appreciate it. I like relisting a lot. I relist pretty much 45 days after. Yeah, it worked out for us. Most mom and pops close at 2. Most of them are 10 to 2. Huh.
Well, I don't know. In my area, they close like around 5 or 6, which is still pretty late in my opinion.
That's about, all ours tend to close around that time too. And then like on the weekend, some of them are even open till 8.
Same here.
Yeah.
Our mom and pops are open till at least 6.
I mean, I would figure you'd do the majority of your business between noon and 6, or noon and 5, maybe even noon and 4, because everybody's going home to eat dinner or whatever. I don't know. We have a southerner in the chat right now. Rachel, what time do your mom and pop store thrift stores close in Missouri?
Yeah, because even for me on Sundays, most of them are closed, but there are some that are still open. But those are the really overpriced ones.
Yeah, not always the case. The ones you don't want to go to, like Jimmy found the Goodwill that was in Alabama that is opened late. Yeah, ours, we don't have a lot of mom and pop thrift stores. We have I guess the Animal Friends one is technically like mom and pops, but we don't.
That's kind of what I meant. Like those type.
We have like a mission, Catholic mission thrift store that's, and they're open till 6 on the weekends. They're actually having a warehouse sale soon, which I think we might actually go to because we sell a lot of clothes now. So I think the last time they had that warehouse sale, someone was like, "Yeah, don't go. It's just a bunch of clothing." And we're like, "Okay, we shouldn't sell clothing." It's like 3 years ago.
They don't sell.
No, clothes. Don't sell. Don't buy clothes.
Don't buy the clothes at the bins. They're trash.
Yeah. And Gulf Coast is here. Gulf Coast. What time does your thrift stores close? You're more south than Rachel. That's right. So
yeah,
we need to know. Is it a southern thing? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, you're getting it now, Gulf Coast. Don't cross cross Rachel. Yeah, exactly. Most resellers wake up. I wake up at 2 p.m. Here, most of the mom and pop stores are volunteer bases, so the old church ladies want to be home early. Okay,
That's true.
I mean, I get it. I just also get that, like, you know, the majority of your business is going to occur in the afternoon. It's just, yeah, there we go. Mom and pop closes at 3. So
I wouldn't have time to sniff the shirts out. I'm just saying.
yeah, I mean, must be a southern thing. I don't know.
Maybe they just don't get as much traffic as we do.
Yeah.
Tell you what. And I've never.
He's on fire today.
I don't know if John talked about this at all because, like I said, the service was spotty when you guys were on.
Yeah.
By golly, if you guys wanted boiled peanuts, oh my gosh,
yeah,
there's signs. There's signs everywhere down there for that things.
Well, Sarah is rethinking her position on boiled peanuts because John told us about the Cajun boiled peanuts.
Yeah,
and
I had some of them at the track. They're good.
Are they? But I think it's a texture thing for Sarah though, because it's like she's expecting a crunchy peanut and it's just this soft paste peanut thing. Ed, have you ever had boiled peanuts?
I believe I have roasted peanuts.
No, boiled peanuts are soft peanuts, and
No,
they're like
they're
a staple in the South. Like when I told John that Sarah didn't like boiled peanuts, like I thought he was just going to kick me off the show at that point. He's gonna be like, just go, you're done, see ya.
Well, they swear by them down there. That's probably why he freaked out a little bit.
He didn't know. He was kidding, but
but they know how to make them too, so that's a little bit different.
Well, I mean, Myrtle Beach is south, right? South Carolina. We got it. So we got them in the south. Yeah. And so Sarah got them from this little, like, we went to this like flea market. It was like an indoor flea market in Myrtle Beach, and there was nothing in there. It was a bunch of like Mary Kay and Avon and you know, your standard I sell video games for more than they're worth guy, and you know, the guy that sells knives and Trump stuff and, you know, whatever. They're standard I'm always at a flea market booths. And so we went there, and then out front was this guy making it. He just had a little trailer, big sign, boiled peanuts. So we're like, all right, let's get them. So she got them, and she comes getting into the truck, and she's holding this plastic bag of just what looks like wet peanuts. And she sets them down. She's like, I'm not so sure about this. And then, so like on the ride home, she eats one. She's like, I'm still not sure how I feel. And so they're insanely salty, first of all. And then they're soft, and you're expecting like a crunchy nut. And then you're like, it's like biting into peanut butter. And so it's just weird. But I would imagine that you would get, I didn't mind them. It's just not something I was really all that crazy about.
I think she liked the Cajun ones because they have heat. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Aunt B closes up at 1 p.m. Andy and Ogilvy get home at 2. That's right. Most of my mom and pops are resellers who get right at open, or older retirees that get out early as well. Interesting. See, Mark doesn't like boiled peanuts. Rachel does. See, this is northerner, southerner. How this goes. So you do not need teeth to eat them. No, you definitely don't. I've got so many questions, Rachel.
Anyways, go ahead. With your topic. I'm just kidding.
What was my topic?
You want to talk about something?
I did.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Before you started talking about what was it they started talking about?
Oh, okay. So it was the Macari return. So I talked about it a little bit.
Return?
I got a request.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get it back. So somebody off, somebody sent us a message, and it was about, I talked about it a couple Sundays ago, but I wanted to talk about it with you guys because you're Macari resellers. So I get this. He's got the cat.
he was meowing. That's why I grabbed him. Sorry.
So I get this message, and he's like, "Hey, this is a kid's sweatshirt. You should have told me about it." And I'm like, "It's not a kid's sweatshirt. It's a vintage sweatshirt." And he's like, "Well, it's too small." And I'm like, "Well, we put the measurements on there for a reason." And they were like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I understand. I'm probably gonna have to send it back." I'm like, "Go ahead if you want to ask Macari for the return. we'll see how it goes. And he did. And so I get this request. It's like, hey, they said this was the wrong size, and I'm like, and all I did was I typed it said respond, so I hit respond and then typed in there. We put the measurements in picture 4 and picture 5 for that reason. Buyer should have known the measurements going into it. 13, maybe 15 minutes went by. They closed it. They were like, we paid you. Sorry, have a nice day. Like that quick. And I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, same.
That's actually fast for Mercari.
Really?
Yeah, that's fast.
Well, no, it's actually about a good speed for me. I usually get responded within 30 minutes, give or take.
Yeah. Normally it takes me a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. But I was extremely impressed with, number one, how quick they did it and how easily it was resolved. Like, and I feel like some of that stuff should resonate back into eBay. Like, I feel like you get a lot of people that buy things on eBay and then try them on and then return them. You know, I feel like you get a lot of that, especially with people like we used to be offering free returns. But now we stopped. Like, now it's buyer pays returns, and that curbed a lot of that. But I feel like it should just, that there should be some consideration in people being overly ignorant of sizes. Like, especially when you display the size, and if everything's displayed correctly and I didn't do anything wrong, like I sold you a shirt, I showed you how big it was, there's no flaws in it, everything's fine. There should be a cap. They should not be able to send this thing back. They should just be able to say, you know how big this was before you bought it. Have a nice day. Like,
yep.
I don't know.
I mean, that's why, I know it's never going to happen, but eBay really needs to look into that 3-day policy, just like Poshmark, Mercari, and even Facebook have.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know about Facebook, actually, but I know Poshmark and Mercari is like, that's what they need to be doing, because if not, we're basically just a rental program in that part, because we're forced to accept returns just to be top rated.
So remember the lady with the doll hands that I said she was going to spend more to ship them back? She spent $12, and then she spent $6 on the doll hands. So here's the thing: is that the biggest problem with it is she sent them back. They're here. They got here today. She wrapped them in bubble wrap and put them in a regular envelope and stuck a first class label onto it and sent them back, and they're here. And I'm going to refund her the $6 because that's how much she paid for the doll hands. But I'm not refunding her original shipping because I don't refund. I wouldn't have refunded in the first. If it was a T-shirt, I wouldn't refund it. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. I'm not. You're paying for shipping both ways. So she spent $12 to ship them back and forth and $6 for the doll hands.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
And
you could have just kept
regular envelope.
Or you could have just kept them. You're a doll person. Maybe there'll come up a time where you need these hands. Just keep them. They're this big. So.
And I actually do have a little return story. I was actually going to make a video of it, and I probably might whenever I have time.
Yeah.
But it's basically a Poshmark order that they actually gave me a 1-star because they're saying that the zipper didn't work. And it was just a $15 pair of pants. I could care less. But the funny thing is they accepted the order, they rated me, and then they go on to continue putting in the message that I am going to seek a return or a refund for this item. As soon as I got that rating, I think maybe like 10 seconds later, I get a message, because now on Poshmark you can message people, and saying it's like, you should have told me the zipper wasn't working, false advertising, blah blah blah. I would like to request a return. And what I wrote back was like, well, for one, you already rated me, so the deal is complete. There's nothing else we can do at this point. You're more than welcome to Posh it, but your false rating, it's just false. And all I said is, have a good day with a smiley face. And I never got a response back.
I said, good day, sir.
Killed him with kindness.
That's right.
But I just found that funny, because that zipper was working, and it's like, I'm assuming that this was probably a person who thought Poshmark works like eBay, because that's exactly what they would have done on eBay instead of Poshmark.
Yeah. Yeah. The chat, by the way, has been commandeered by Southerners. Just want to let you know that if you're not from the South, the chat is very Southern right now. There's a whole argument about what's South and what's not. So you read it at your leisure. I'm going to leave it alone because I don't want to get in the middle of this. So I'm gonna just keep it all to myself. But yeah, so that I'm very impressed with how other people handle returns and how other sites treat this stuff, because I feel like a lot of the downturn that has happened with the retail end of things, and like JCPenney and Nordstrom's and all these people that had insane return policies, I feel like that, coupled with the online, online ability to purchase things online and get it the next day, has really contributed to the downturn of the retail establishments. And I feel like a lot of people need to kind of adapt this, you should have tried it on policy, or you should have looked at the measurements policy, because what do you want you don't want that stuff back. A lot of the times it's not new anymore, and so forth. So
right.
I don't know, just my opinion, but I thought it was kind of interesting that Macari just was like, yep, you're right. See you later. So, and once you accept on Posh, there's nearly 0 ways to make a return, even if you reach out to Posh. Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
Laura's laughing at me. I just saw no returns, Adam. Block them. That's right.
Block them.
So, yeah, it is interesting.
Eventually eBay is going to have to do something about it, but I think they're trying to compete more with the bigger ones than they are the smaller online platforms.
But even Amazon is not that easy to take a return anymore. Like, it used to be like, oh, I ordered something and it's got a dent in it. Amazon's like, yeah, it's fine, keep it, and we'll send you another one. But now they want it back. Like, they're asking for it back, or they're exchanging things. I mean, every now and again you'll get, they just keep it a response. But it used to be like they let us keep a mattress.
Really?
Like, yes, we got one of those bed in a bag, like the roll up ones you cut them open and we got one of those, like those massive mattresses, and they were like, 30 days. If you don't like it, just call. You can return it. So we did.
Right.
And the first one that we tried, we hated. They actually sent an Amazon like truck and picked it up. The second one we called and we're like, this thing sucks too. We're gonna send it back. They were like, just donate it.
Okay.
It's a $800 mattress. All right. So, but it's just weird. So I don't know. Apparently they would still let you keep a mattress.
I don't know.
Crazy.
It's just what it is.
I wouldn't even want to fight and put it back in the box.
You can't. It's impossible.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you don't go to move them things, it's like limp noodle. It's like, oh.
Have you seen the TikTok videos of the people opening those wrong?
Yeah.
You should not stand in front of the roll when you cut that. You got to stand behind it, because it just it pops right open. But I saw a guy like get blasted out of his bedroom. He stood in the wrong spot. Guy got it right in the gentleman's region, we'll say. So those things are dangerous when you finally cut that last strand of plastic. So you're not getting it back in that little box. No. For sure. So I didn't mean to offend Rachel Strict. I'm sorry for recognizing this. See, there you go. Yeah, TikTok. There's a bunch of. If you can weed through all the other stuff on TikTok, you can find it on there. So there's some interesting TikTok trends going on right now. Some of which are not exactly PG. So, nope. Anywho, we're over the 2-hour marker, so we will be getting out of here. What do you guys got coming up on your channel?
Well, for me, I actually don't have much planned. I do have a sourcing video that I might get out whenever I do. I actually don't have a timeline, and then of course the little rant video that I just told you, I will go into a lot more details than what I did now. Yeah. I have my next. Well, I don't know actually, because I did plan to have my shoe auction tomorrow, but a lot of things have been happening lately, so I'm more than likely gonna have to reschedule it either for this weekend or next weekend. But my shirt auction is ready. The preview and the listings are already up there. It's the same. If you want to follow me on one, that is the same as the Reselling Writer, all together in one word. And that one I will be having, I believe, I gotta reschedule that one too, actually, because I forgot it's Mother's Day. So it might be on Saturday instead of Sunday. So
Ed's gonna have a T-shirt and a shoe auction coming up here real soon on one.
Right.
eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's all I have planned. I am close to 500 subs. I'm at 487, I believe.
There you
So
go.
I'm very close.
There
Yeah,
you go.
other than that, that's
Awesome.
all I got.
What about you, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, garage sales are. There's a lot of garage sales this week, so I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna film. Hopefully, I have a video, and then do a whatnot on Friday at 7 p.m.
That's right.
But my name's not Ed the Reselling Rider on there. It's
It's Drake County Picker.
yeah, or Darke, whatever you
Darke
want to
County,
call it.
yeah, whatever you want to call
Just
it.
don't call me late for dinner, please.
That's
No.
right. Especially if it's McDonald's.
Yeah, then 7 p.m. Eastern, my channel's the Jimmy and John Show. And Adam, I do appreciate you stepping in again.
I
Did
won't
you
be
see
there.
my
This time.
service
I mean, I'll be in the chat, but not live.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got going on.
Cool. We got tomorrow. Our first garage sale of the season is coming out Tuesday, so it's edited up in 4K. Woo, 4K. Nice. Fancy. You could see all the imperfections on my face. It's amazing. But yeah, 4K video. I don't know why. I changed my phone. I was like, my phone doesn't shoot in 4K. Why? So I changed it, and
you just turned mine's on.
Oh, great. Nice work, Sarah. So we got that coming up, and then Friday after Jimmy night. Just heard. Friday after Jimmy, 9:30 p.m. we are on. It didn't turn ours off, but it turned yours off. Yeah, so I said this at the beginning of it, and I'll say it one more time, is that if you're going to catch one of our shirt auctions, these next two you're going to want to catch, because we've got some really good stuff in them. So Friday 9:30 after Jimmy, I'll be on. Me and Sarah will be on, and then probably the next following Friday 9:30 with more shirts, and they're good. So vintage stuff, a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of new stuff, a lot of liquid blue, mountain, you name it, we got it. So yeah, that's about it. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
And are you still starting it at $1?
Everything started at $1. Yeah.
All right.
We're not that crazy. I mean, nothing. There's nothing. We don't have like what you got behind you there, but we've got we've got suede tag mountain shirts. We've got a couple single stitches. We got
those may surprise you though. Those are in right now. So
yeah. So vintage t-shirts, new t-shirts. We've got some Nintendo stuff. We've got you name it. We got big. Mostly, we don't have too many mediums. Most of them are XL and up. So
nice.
Should be good to go.
Because you were like, yeah, I'm gonna run this like whatever one of the rock and roll tees you had, and I was like, then it was like large. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, we got a Paul Simon tour T-shirt. We got a Rolling Stones tour T-shirt. Like, there's some good stuff on it. So recommend checking it out. Not that to watch Jimmy buy all his stuff, then come over and watch me 9:30 buy all my stuff. Then when Ed gets his situated, go buy all his stuff.
So yeah,
probably the next day. So
never know.
So
right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. And sorry we went a little over, but sometimes you just have to. So
right.
We will catch up with you guys next Monday.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Good day, sir.